because Dell now does business globally through the direct model and also through partners. So I see a lot of great opportunity in Italy. It's been a very good visit. I think we have good growth potential here in this country. And I think that's because of our strategy, so I'll spend a little time talking about our strategy and how we're positioning the company, and then we can open it up for questions. The company started a transformation about 3 or 4 years ago based on trends we were seeing in the industry and where we felt our strengths were. So, some of the key trends that are happening that we see is a clear movement towards the use of more industry standards technologies to do all kinds of computing across the most complex environments to the simple. And this is a big change because for many, many years, companies relied on very proprietary solutions to meet their needs of running their businesses. But because of advances in things like virtualization and cloud computing, and also the performance of industry standards technology like x86 servers, you can accomplish so much more now with standards-based computing. And so we have really been the only company that is a commercially focused company that has been fully committed to open standards as a go-to-market approach. We've done that from the beginning. When Michael founded the company, it was all about using industry standard technology in a way that benefited customers. And that started out in the PC business, but it's now worked its way into servers and storage and networking, and even the tools that are necessary to make these environments work, like systems management and security. And so we've embarked on a number of acquisitions over the last several years, which was something new for our company. We hadn't done acquisitions in the past, but we wanted to add to the portfolio of capabilities. We've acquired a number of companies in storage, in security, in systems management, in networking, and most recently in infrastructure software through the acquisition of Quest. And we now have a full portfolio of end-to-end solutions. We also acquired significant services capabilities through the acquisition of Perot Systems that now enables us to implement these solutions for customers. And it's not just in the data center. We've also moved to broaden the portfolio for the end user through 2 major areas. One is the virtualized desktop. We already had a series of products, but with the acquisition of Weiss Technologies, we now have the broadest portfolio of virtualized desktop devices and software that enables customers to access the image on their computer from any device. And then most recently, with the introduction of Windows 8, we now have a series of tablet products, like the one here, that really addresses the needs of the commercial customer that we don't think have been addressed at this point. The tablet market has been predominantly focused at the consumer, and I meet with thousands of customers who consistently tell me on the commercial side that they have issues with things like security, the compatibility of the software, the networking of the access to wireless networking in a VPN, a protected environment, the service models that are associated with consumer-oriented tablets like an iPad, where you have to take it to the store to get fixed. These are things that haven't been addressed for the commercial user. And so our entry into tablets has been very focused on the commercial use of the products. So for example, we've built in security slots so that you can encrypt information better. We have replaceable battery, like this product has a replaceable battery area, because if you're going to use these products in the commercial setting, you want them to last longer, and you want to be able to extend the life by having things like the ability to replace the battery. So these are items that corporate customers care about, that maybe a consumer doesn't value as much. And so our emphasis on the product has been to make it a secure, manageable device for more industrial uses. And that has been just introduced in the last few months, and we're already seeing very good results from this product on a global basis. The other key point that I would like to make, especially being here in Italy, is that besides the open standards strategy for the company, the second major philosophy that we've used and deployed with our acquisitions is something that we call a scalable design point. And what I mean by that is the solutions that we are building, we believe, are solutions that should scale up with a customer's growth, as opposed to proprietary technologies, which are typically quite complex. They're usually designed for large company needs, and you have to try to de-feature them or scale them down to meet the needs of a mid-sized company. In Italy, the largest market is with the small, medium business. And so the strategy that we have from a technology standpoint is particularly relevant in Italy, because the products are designed specifically to work for these mid-sized companies. So they have features. The benefits to the customer are things like ease of use, because most mid-sized companies don't have large IT staffs to deal with the complexity of technology. They typically have smaller footprints. They take up less space. They typically have less power consumption. And they typically cost a lot less, so that you can use them as building block technology. As your business grows, you can add to it. But if your business contracts, you can also reduce your cost. So we believe this scalable design point addresses the largest part of the market around the world. There's more IT technology spend in this 100 to 5,000 employee customer size than any other market in the technology spend market globally. But we think that most technology companies have a tendency to either focus more on the consumer or focus more on the very large companies, and not enough attention has been spent on the middle. And that's where we're spending a lot more of our attention as we build out this strategy. Okay, so maybe I should stop there and leave time for questions.